Have you ever walked out on a date? That's exactly what I did one night, and let me tell you, it was one of the most empowering moments of my life. Here's how it happened. I matched with this stunning girl on Hinge. She was way out of my league, or at least that's how it felt. She had everything: beauty, kindness, and intelligence, or so I thought. When she agreed to go on a date with me, I couldn't believe my luck. I was already imagining this perfect connection, convinced that I'd hit the jackpot. The reality? Far from it. From the moment she got in my car, things took a nosedive. She didn't just suggest changing our dinner plans, she demanded it. "We're not going there," she said. "Take me to this fancy place instead, or I'm getting out right now." I was stunned, but didn't want to ruin the evening before it started, so I caved. Mistake number one. When we got to the restaurant, she wasted no time. She ordered a $32 appetizer, a $50 steak, and a $45 glass of wine. I didn't mind treating her, until I noticed she had no interest in actually connecting. Her responses to my attempts at conversation were one-word answers. She didn't ask me a single question. And the icing on the cake? She barely looked up from her phone, even taking a 10-minute call during dinner. That's when it hit me. I wasn't on a date. I was being used for a fancy meal. As I sat there, spiraling into disappointment, a glimmer of hope appeared in the form of our waitress. She'd clearly noticed what was happening. At one point, she motioned for me to come over. Curious and desperate for an escape, I excused myself, though my date didn't seem to notice or care. When I reached the waitress, she had the most brilliant idea. She'd already drawn up 2 separate checks. She asked me, "Do you want to pay for your part now and leave?" Without hesitation, I said, "Yes." I settled my share of the bill and walked out of that restaurant without a backward glance. My date? She was too absorbed in her phone to realize I wasn't coming back. I can only imagine the look on her face when she was handed her bill and realized I was gone. Part of me wishes I could have seen it, but honestly, just knowing I took control of the situation was satisfying enough. So, have you ever walked out on a date? If you haven't, let me tell you, it feels amazing when you realize your time, energy, and self-respect are worth way more than someone who doesn't value them.